Arthur Curry, better known as Aquaman, is getting his first solo movie on December 21st. The character first showed up briefly in Batman vs. Superman before getting a proper introduction in Justice League, in which he teamed up with Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and Cyborg to save the world. But now, it's his turn to go it alone. Aquaman is historically one of the Justice League's less celebrated members, since fans typically aren't super impressed by his ability to talk to fish. But the latest entry in the DC Extended Universe hopes to change that, and he's off to a good start with actor Jason Momoa in the role. But there's even more to get hyped about. Here's what you need to know. James Wan is helming Aquaman. He's probably best known for co-creating the Saw and Insidious horror franchises, but in recent years he's gotten into blockbusters. He did Furious 7, the 7th entry in the Fast and the Furious series, and it went on to become one of the highest grossing movies ever. Early work, which also includes the Conjuring movies and Dead Silence, shows that he has a unique, vivid style, and ensures that his superhero movie will look amazing. Aquaman boasts some impressive actors to go along with that walking slab of a man, Jason Momoa. His co-stars include Amber Heard as Mera, Curry's future Queen of Atlantis, Nicole Kidman as Atlanta, Aquaman's mother, Tamora Morrison as Thomas Curry, and Patrick Wilson as Orm, the villain of the movie, who's also known in the comics as Ocean Master. The cast also has Dolph Lundgren, Willem Dafoe, Randall Park, and Jaimin Hansu, so it'll have plenty of familiar faces bringing the action to life. When we last saw Arthur Curry in Justice League, he was torn between worlds. He knows he's the rightful king of Atlantis, but he's happy just hanging out in fishing villages and punching underwater cameras that got too close. Aquaman has Mera come seek out the heir and convince him to take his rightful place. That's because Orm has taken over in his absence, and he plans to declare war on the surface world to retaliate for all the damage society has done to the oceans. And he may have a point, but all-out conflict is taking things a bit far. Maybe. Curry will have to come to terms with his Atlantean history to claim the throne, save both the ocean and the land, and unite the 7 underwater kingdoms. It's quite the to-do list. The biggest disparity in the new version of Aquaman is his costume. Instead of using the comic book traditional orange and green, filmmakers have gone for nondescript gray armor, or just had Momoa walk around without a shirt on. And if we want to be really nitpicky, Aquaman didn't even use a trident in Justice League. It was a 5-pronged quindent. His solo movie will fix both of those, however, returning the King of Atlantis to a look and weapon set more in keeping with the source material. It makes sense because this story will be about him becoming a proper, heroic Aquaman and taking on his responsibilities. And giving him the appropriate suit and gear will make the transformation complete. Orm isn't the only baddie Curry is fighting in Aquaman. He's also up against Black Manta, one of his most formidable villains in the comics. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II plays Manta in the movie. The character's comic origins differ. Sometimes he was a boy whom unscrupulous sailors kidnapped and forced to work on their ship. In other versions, he was an autistic boy who received a cure via questionable medical experiments. Two things remain constant through all his incarnations, however. He hates Aquaman, and he wears a huge bug-like helmet that can shoot destructive beams out of his eyes, just like a manta apparently. Comic books are weird. Aquaman hits theaters December 21st.